Alright boys, today we are farming the Hellfire Amulet, and I'm farming it for my up and coming Jade Harvesters set build video for the Witch Doctor in patch 2.4.1, and I'll also be doing a set dungeon after that. But before I go ahead and do the build video, I need a decent Hellfire Amulet. And for those of you that don't know, you might be new to the game, we just maybe never had a Hellfire Amulet before. This is a Hellfire Amulet here, and as you can see, a secondary stat is you gain a additional passive. So you can have 5 passives. You can have 4 in your skills here, and then you can have a 5th one because of the Hellfire Amulet here. So very, very handy, especially if you roll a really handy passive with some good stats as well to boot. So here we go. I'm going to show you guys how to do it, and I'm going to try and get my perfect Hellfire Amulet for this Jade Harvesters build. So what we need first of all are Infernal Machines. So you can see we've got 4 different Infernal Machines here, and these Infernal Machines open up a portal to fight Uber bosses, and once we fight these Uber bosses, they drop materials, kind of like what you see down here, Leoric's Regret, Vial of Putridness, Heart of Fright. So we need 1 of each. So I've got 3 there. We need at least 1 of each to craft a Hellfire Amulet, okay? And the way that we get these Infernal Machines is when you open up your map and you go to each act. So let's go to Act 1. You'll see one of the areas has a key next to it. Now, if we go into this area, there's a Keywarden who will drop the Infernal Machine, or there's a chance he will drop the Infernal Machine, and the chance is actually greater for the higher torment level that you're playing with. So let's go into the Fields of Misery and see if we can find this Keywarden together. And you'll see a purple arrow. We follow that purple arrow. That will lead us to the Keywarden. There he is right there. So we smash him. And he didn't drop an Infernal Machine, unfortunately, so we're unlucky there. Let's head on over to Act 2, the Dalgar Oasis. And let's see if we can find an Infernal Machine in this Keywarden. So again, you'll see a pink arrow there, or purple, whatever you want to call it. That'll lead us to our Keywarden, and now it's conveniently circled. So we smash this Keywarden. And we get an Infernal Machine. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Let's grab that, yoink. And now let's head on over to Act 3 and see if we can find the Keywarden there and get another Infernal Machine. So we're going to the Stone Fort here. And again, we're looking for that pink or purple arrow to guide us to the Keywarden. It just popped up now. And just please note, as you can see, I've travelled across this entire map almost. The Keywarden can appear anywhere, start, middle, finish, anywhere they please. It's absolutely random, so definitely apply some sort of speed buffs or choose some skills that help you move through quickly if we're farming Keywardens and Infernal Machines, Hellfire Amulets, all that sort of shit. So here we are, we're nearly at the boss. Oh, what the hell? He teleported me, We melt down another boss, and unfortunately we're unlucky again, and we didn't receive an Infernal Machine. But all you have to do is keep, what you do is you do all 4 acts, and if you miss an Infernal Machine, just reset the game, log out, log back in, and rinse and repeat, do the 4 acts again. So get a decent amount of Infernal Machines, because chances are, if you make a Hellfire Amulet, it won't be the perfect amulet with the perfect stats for you anyway, so we need to build up as many Infernal Machines to begin with as possible. So let's go over to Act 4 and get our final Infernal Machine, or at least kill the final Keywarden and hopefully get an Infernal Machine. How dare you? How dare you? And there he is. A few of the Keywardens, or a couple of them, look very, very similar. Just big Diablo looking lizard creatures. And we got an Infernal Machine, so now, I mean, I farmed some previously, I'm just showing you guys how to do it, obviously, okay? So now let's go kill some Ubers. Now that you have at least, once you have at least 1 Infernal Machine for each act, we go over to New Tristram. So let's go over to New Tristram. So Act 1, and bang, New Tristram. Once you're in New Tristram, head on over up this way towards the Enchanter and just to the right. Sorry, that's the jeweler, the enchanter. To the right of the enchanter, there's a door right here. As you can see, there's nothing on the map, but if we smash the door down using any skill, hopefully that does damage, should work. We go in Heretic's Abode, it's called Heretic's Abode, and in here we cast our Infernal Machines, and a portal will appear, like so, for an Uber boss fight. Let's check this out. Holy shit, what is this? It looks like Diablo. Ah, move. So this is an Uber boss battle. It shouldn't prove to be very difficult. And once we kill the Ubers, you can see here we've got Heart of Fright that dropped, and we've got 3, so make sure that you guys are playing on Torment 10. The higher the Torment level, obviously maxed out on 10, the higher the drop rate, drop chance of the materials, and you can get up to 3, so definitely handy if you do an Infernal Machine Uber boss to get 3 each time. We can create that many more Hellfire Amulets. Alright, so after this you go back to Heretic's Abode and you do the other Uber bosses. You open up the other 3 portals remaining. Once you've done all 4, you can reset the game, come back in and do them all over again. You can only do 1 each in each individual game, so you'll have to reset the game if you want to do the Infernal Machines and Uber bosses again. Probably it would be handy to do every single Infernal Machine that you have, so you build up a lot of your materials there, and then we just craft away until you get your perfect Hellfire Amulet. So once you have all 4 materials, I'm going to skip on over to how we actually craft the Hellfire Amulet. So we want to go over to Act 2 in order to do this. The first thing you're going to need is the Hellfire Amulet recipe. So head on over to Act 2 and over to the Hidden Camp. Once you're at the Hidden Camp, you want to go to Squirt the Peddler. If you haven't already got the designs, the recipes, whatever you want to call them, we go to Miscellaneous, and over here you can see Hellfire Ring, Hellfire Amulet. So I've already got them, so I don't need them again, but when you buy the plans, head on over to the jeweler. Make sure you teach the jeweler how to make the amulets, and then go over to Forge Jewelry, and once you have the materials, we can forge the amulet. Okay? What are you waiting for? Go and get the materials so we can make our amulets. And once you've successfully farmed your materials, so as you can see here, we've got 4 different types from each of the 4 different Infernal Machines from the 4 different Keywardens in the 4 different acts. Alright, a lot of 4s. So you have to have at least 1 of each. As you can see, I've got 3, 3, 4, 3. I can create at least 3 Hellfire Amulets, which it tells you right there. So as a Witch Doctor, obviously I want intelligence as my primary stat. So let's create a way. Also take note that it takes 2 Forgotten Souls as well, in addition to your 4 materials. Alright, so Forgotten Souls shouldn't be an issue for you guys to farm. If you guys want me to do a guide on that, just let me know and I will. And it's 50,000 gold pieces. So let's make one. What do we got here? Rush of Essence passive. Definitely not a passive that I want for my Jade Harvester build, so we create another one. Bonk. Zombie Handler. Zombie Handler... No, definitely not one for my Jade Harvesters build. No way. We're not going to be using pets for Jade Harvesters, so we keep going. And if you've made them all, Confidence Ritual, I think that's something we can use, definitely. I'm not too disappointed with that one. I think I can use that one. But, I mean, you guys get the idea. If you didn't get the Hellfire Amulet after using all of or most of your materials there, you just rinse and repeat. Go back to your Keywardens, get your Infernal Machines up, and then go back to Heretic's Abode and do some more Uber boss fights using the Infernal Machines there. Alright guys, so any questions on how to farm your Hellfire Amulet, just let me know in the comments below and I promise that I will help you. If you guys are after any other guides or not sure about some mechanic of this game, I'll be happy to explain it for you. Just make sure you subscribe, leave me a comment, and I will definitely get back to you. Until next time, Bannick13, out!